What's up, everybody? It's John Hart. This is going to be episode 3. I'm driving, so my beautiful wife's filming for me. Thank you, honey. I launched a series 2 episodes ago called Cracking the Code. How to win in family court. But really what you're seeing on your screen is how to end the financial draining by the family courts in your case. However I put it in the title. I don't monetize from this. There's no ads, just me as a father, a parent that does not have his children in his life, who is trying to get access to his children. I'm still in the middle of the fight. And I'm talking to you, moms and dads, who do not have your children in your lives, trying to get access to your children. Cracking the Code, this series is about understanding one central theme. And I've been a little bit repetitive with that theme in my other 2 videos, and I'm repetitive for a reason. Because the more repetitive that I am in what I share with you on these videos, the more I feel in many circumstances it becomes a foundational understanding of your heart, mind, and soul. The people that moms and dads have to deal with in the family court system do not care about whether or not your children have you in their lives. The people in the family court system do not care truly about what's in the best interest of the children, regardless of whatever statutes are written in your particular state. In the state of Florida, it's chapter 61.13, talks about best interest of the minor children. There has been very, very few, if any, examples in recent history where the state courts, the family court systems, pick your county, have really abided by doing what's in the best interest of the minor children. It's about what fills the pockets of the circus acts that are the flying monkeys as the vendors of the court. These can be forensic psychologists. These can be guardians ad litem, custody evaluation people. These can be attorneys or reunification therapists, which isn't even an American Psychological Association term. It's just something that the court comes up with to keep the families involved in spending money. When you look at what is taking place in this country, just in the US, and I'm not talking about any other place because it happens in other countries as well, but when you look at the financial racket and revenue generation that takes place in the family court system in the United States, and you follow the money, you can see the destination. When you see the destination, you know what the next chapter of the journey is going to be, and you can step up and say, I'm not interested. At no point during this series am I advocating for any mother or father or any guardian or grandparent who loves their children, stepchildren, or grandchildren to walk away from your kids. At times it may sound like that, but we're actually doing the exact opposite. Understanding the central theme that everybody who makes money off of you in family court does not desire for there to be conflict resolution, and that their need for a revenue stream comes by virtue of conflict continuation, you start to see a bigger picture. When you are dealing with a matter that involves your children being with another parent, that means that they are the custodial parent, and you are the non-custodial parent, and the other parent doesn't desire or is pushing back on the ability for you to have a meaningful relationship with your children, more likely than not, the family court system, no matter who's paying the flying monkeys, the vendors, the guardian ad litems, the forensic psychologist, the social investigator, no matter who's paying, they will more than likely try to side with the parent who has custody, who is attached to the children, and not with the parent who does not have custody. And that is because, and I alluded to this in my episode 2, This is because the calculus has been discovered by the family court systems. The algorithm is dialed in. They know that there is a very, very good chance that the non-custodial parent who loves and misses his or her children will be willing to do just about anything, including spending money financially, in order to have his or her children back in their lives. And 80, 85, maybe 90% of the time, that is absolutely true. It was true for me. It may have been to this point true for you. But what's taking place right now is moms and dads are communicating because of social media, because of advocacy rights groups. There's National Parenting Organization, there's fathers' rights groups, there's all kinds of stuff. But now moms and dads are learning to communicate together and come together and end this problem together. My advocacy is don't participate. You don't participate by understanding what's in the best interest of your minor children. Continued conflict, engagement, testing, investigations, all of this stuff which is offered in an environment that does not bring healing, psychological intervention, or therapy to your kids only drains you financially and further harms the mental, emotional, and psychological well-being of your children. That's it. What we're going to continue to do and move on with as a group, so long as you listen to me, is we are going to find alternatives to this. The number one alternative is for as many moms and fathers going through this. And I don't know your exact situation, and my exact situation is not the same as yours. So just take what you can from this and apply it to your unique situation. The second we tell the courts that we are no longer obligated to pay another dollar to exercise our God-given human rights to be a parent in the lives of our children, and we make that stand, it all ends. We have to drain the swamp. We've got to get the money out of the family court system. That means no more money being spent on investigations, testings, and evaluations unless these children are in an environment at the same time that brings healing and therapy and a treatment protocol or a treatment plan. Social investigations offer no sort of treatment modality or investigation into what's going on with the added benefit of healing. You can do the same thing at the same time. So that's my advocacy. You're not giving up on your kids. You're just telling the system that they can go pound sand, and you're done participating in the financial racket that is the $70 billion a year scam that is family courts here in the United States. Videos 1, 2, and 3, as I wrap up here, have been almost the same theme across the board. If you've watched all 3 videos, you're saying, well, you're kind of saying the same thing. It's by intention. Because now we're going to start getting into some very finite details of exactly how we're going to do this beyond just the categorical themes that I've presented to you guys. Keep your heads up. Focus on the problem. Focus on being in the lives of your children. Don't worry about your ex-wife or your ex-husband. They might be dirtbags. Let them be dirtbags. You have to be an exceptional human being. You've got to put in the time to understand the psychology, understand the law, and if you're being represented by an attorney, you got to understand that you may have the ability to pay an attorney, and you may not be a very strong person to present your matters in front of a judge. I get that and I respect that. Some of you are representing yourself. Attorneys don't want to go head to head in front of judges that they have to litigate in front of every week. They're not going to lay down the line. You can, respectfully. But you got to be stern. You got to bring the education. You got to know the case law. And when they ask you or tell you or order you to do something that's not in the best interest of your children, you make sure that you tell that court on the record that you're not interested and it's not in the best interest of the kids to go down that direction. $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 in closing. is money that can go to a college fund or to the future of your children. And it doesn't need to go to any more flying monkeys of the family court circus. My name is John Hart. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.